I'm Eris Locum 23. You're joining me for the Rake and Recluse, Chapter 12. Fancy. The next morning, a note is slipped under your door. You don't recognize the handwriting, but you know instantly it's from Gideon. Scan the letter, your heart in your throat. My lady, I have asked the permission of your guardian to take you on a ride this afternoon. He has agreed. If you are also amendable, meet me at the stables in 1 hour. Most sincerely, Duke Gideon. I'm not reading this. Shiver of excitement dances up your spine. Horseback riding with Gideon. You practically fling yourself over to the closet. I'll wear a milkmaid dress. Pretty, I like the color scheme. Sharp estrian suit and a fierce estrian dress. I like that, especially the necklace. That's really nice. We'll go with milk. Good enough for a picnic. Besides, I'm sure Gideon will like it. He's waiting for you at the bottom of the stairs in the doe-skin breeches and top boots. Good lord, that man knows how to pull off tight pants. Swallows hard when he catches sight of you. I thought we'd have a picnic after the ride. Is that a touch of nervousness I detect? Why, your grace, you shouldn't be. Miss Lily packed a few things for us last night. That sounds lovely. Gideon walks to the base of the stairs and holds out his hand. As you give your own to him, he bends and presses a kiss to the back of your wrist. After what we did the other night, that really shouldn't give me such a thrill. He is mindful to every branch and bramble as he leads you towards the stables. No man has ever been so considerate of me. I never had time to deal with them, and frankly, they all seemed uninterested and a bit scary. But Gideon's different. He's concerned, not merely for my health, but for my well-being. As you look him over, you can't help but think, that list in my head was all wrong. It isn't job, house, husband, children, dog, fish, happiness. The list is much simpler. Gideon. Happiness. True. The person you're with should bring you a lot of that. Happiness being one of those. You arrive at the stables. I'm surprised your father allowed you to ride, given his concern for your... Gideon's gaze travels from your rest southward. When he realizes what he's doing, he looks straight up and blushes. I was just admiring the frame. Make up a story and explain it. Make up a story. Who said I had his permission? Gideon looks shocked at first, but then grins. You never were one to follow the rules, were you? Not ever. I find that ever more appealing. He has no idea. I'll be riding Samson, and you can have Delilah. Gideon walks over to the golden Frisian and holds out his hands for you to step onto them. There's a step stool a couple of feet away, but I think he's eager to get his hands on me again. You obligingly step into his hand. He hoists you into the saddle as if you're light as a feather. He gives your ankle a warm squeeze before he lets go, and you feel the electricity sizzle up your calf. But when you get into the saddle, you encounter a problem. What is this horn thing? It takes some embarrassing maneuvering before you figure out that it's a side saddle. With your legs in all the proper places, Gideon mounts his horse. And you're off. As you lope across the field, the fresh air fills your lungs and invigorates you like nothing else can. I've missed this. You look behind you. Gideon is traveling at a gentle pace, but you know he likes to ride wild. I should keep the gentle pace. You take the chance to admire the incredible scenery around you. Despite the restrictions of this world, I feel more freer than I have in years. You feel Gideon's eyes on you. You look over at him, and he blushes at being caught and gives you a hesitant smile. It's good to see him loosening up. It's like seeing a part of Gideon meant only for me. Here seems like a decent spot for a picnic, wouldn't you say, my lady? You look around at the flowers and picturesque hills and jump merrily from your horse. My lady, now that you're my brother's ward, it only seems appropriate. Gideon unfastens saddlebags from the horse and carries them over to a clearing in the wildflowers. I still never got to thank Lord Perry. Some of the amusement fades from Gideon's eyes. Your gratitude must wait, I'm afraid. You see, Perry has left. What? He's gone. I should ask why. But why? He seemed intent to stay a while. He was, but I think the burden of responsibility was weighing on him too heavily. We agreed that he should return to London for a time, resume his pursuits, until we can meet again in London. As such, I've been sworn to my best behavior until he's around to protect you once more. Protect me from you. I think our actions the other night prove we both need it. You blush. You may be right about that. Gideon pulls a blanket from one of the saddle bags and lays it over the grass. What will we do once we've met in London? Perry will host your coming out ball. My coming out what, sir? Do you not have them in France? It's your introduction into society. It means I can court you more officially. More appropriately? Precisely. So that means no more trysties by the fountain. No more sneaking into Gideon's room at night. I know it's not fair, but I can't help but feel cheated. I should... As for one last romp, I'm assuming ask. Tell him I'll miss him. It's such a shame. I had such delightful things planned for this evening. Gideon crooks an eyebrow. Such as? Oh, I really couldn't speak of it. It wouldn't be becoming of a ward of Viscount Peregrine Trumbull. You do drive me to distraction, woman. Woman? Is that any way to speak to a lady? No, you'll have to picture some other wanton maid sneaking into your room. Gideon glares, but it's not as effective with his cheeks so flushed. Come, let us eat, before you get me into further trouble. He looks surprisingly comfortable as he stretches out on the blanket. Join me? You raise an eyebrow. Without Perry here to protect me. Of the two of us, I think I may be in more danger. You're right about that. You join Gideon on the blanket and begin inspecting the other bag. It's filled with ham, honey, bread, and a bottle of wine. You pull out the bottle and crack the seal. Shall we have a toast? Gideon rummages in the bag and emerges with 2 wine glasses. You hand him the bottle and he fills the glasses. He hands yours back to you. To the Royal Navy? You raise an eyebrow. The Navy. Both Perry and I served. Oh, I didn't realize that. Not that I'm surprised. He certainly has the demeanor of a commander. It wasn't expected of me. In fact, it was considered downright foolish for a hare to place himself in such danger. But Perry went and I followed. To protect him. That was the original notion. But he took it rather better than I did. After our mother fell ill. He cuts himself off and stares out over the swaying meadow grass. Your mother was ill? He looks back at you as if pulling himself out of a painful memory. He gives you a tight smile. Yes, for some time. Her loss destroyed Perry. Destroyed us both, really. I wonder if this has anything to do with his strange behavior on my arrival. I should... Change the subject. When my parents... Just as you're about to say the word died, you realize you can't. He thinks my parents alive and well, and very, very French. Maybe a half-truth then. When my parents sent me away to the convent, it felt like a kind of loss. I didn't know how to live in a world without them. He meets your eyes, and his own are warm with affection and understanding. Indeed. Barry and I had grown apart in the wake of it all, but the Navy brought us back together. Gideon sighs. You remember then? What? Your family, the convent. Oh, damn. I'd forgotten. I'm not supposed to remember. I make a terrible amnesiac. I don't remember anything. Amra's starting, remember? Don't remember anything. Let's try that. I don't remember anything before I came here. Hearing my so-called parents talk about it was like hearing them talk about a stranger. But if I'm going to live in this world, I'm going to need to act like I belong here. Ooh, another half-truth. Gideon nods uncertainly, or understandingly, excuse me. Well, both are actually about the, yeah, both are about the truth. Do not strain yourself. You'll remember when you need to. I worry about meeting the sisters. Gideon squeezes your hand in reassurance. You don't think Perry will care for them? No, it's not that. I'm sure Perry will do a better by them than Monsieur Larrabee. But how do I explain that I'm less familiar with my sisters than I am with my parents? We were never very close growing up, sent to separate convents and all that. It'll be a bit more like meeting strangers. Well, if you can charm them like you did me, there'll be no separating you. You've given him a fond smile, and then... Heppel, what's this? Every time I see, like, conglomerate of words. I beg your pardon? You freeze, paralyzed by your own stupidity. Don't you see? Lord Heppelwort, my betrothed? Gideon's face darkens. I know very well who he is. Does he live nearby? Somewhat. He's a few miles on the other side of... Realization dawns across his face. You mean to say... I was obviously running from Heppelwort in the woods, which means Lily. Heppelwort was looking for you. You aren't her, but you'll do. We have to warn her. Tell the police something. No. Gideon's face has gone hard. His hands are fisted. No, if Heppelwort is the danger, then we must get you from here as quickly as possible. We leave for London in the morning. Oh, I was hoping you'd be like a man. And especially since it's 1918. And go beat the living shit out of Heppelwort. Please? This is all I ask. Is one of these books allowing us to do this? One of these chapters. Something, goddammit. I demand his ass being kicked. With that being said, I'm serious. That guy is such a prick if it's him. Plus, you know, buying women... I mean, I get it. I mean, and I don't think people understand. You know, women used to be pieces of property. That's about the best way to put it. They used to be traded just as freely as slaves were once. Bargained for, really. So, yeah. I mean, I gotta say, this book does cover that quite well. With that being said, I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down description below, links to social media or Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. And without further ado, thank y'all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.